Hey guys, I'm back again, and can't believe it's already been 4 months since the Google Pixel 7 has been released back in October 2022. So at this point, it has been more than 100 days. Thought it would be a good time to revisit this phone just to see how it is handling in the long run. And I do like to start this video in the Reddit thread just to see how the general people are feeling. This is where you usually get the most complaints about the Google Pixel 7. So we got Magic Man the King 3 days ago giving his review of the Google Pixel 7, mostly geared towards non-Pixel users. If you are a Pixel fan, at this point you've probably seen all the reviews, all the different takes on YouTube, but it's always nice just to see regular people's perspective. So just reading through here, hardware is unique, visor does make it lay flat on the table, which I do agree. The back glass is slippery, so should definitely get a case if you're prone to dropping your phone a lot. Great, garbage truck back again. Tensor G2. Pretty good performance, can handle pretty much any games you throw at it. I never had any issues with overheating or anything on my end when I was using the phone. I actually had more problems with the Google Pixel 7 Pro where it did get warm. Never to the point that it is concerning, but it is to the point that you would notice it. It did improve over time with several updates, but you can still feel the phone getting warm. Battery life is solid for this person, leaving him about 30-40% by the end of the day. This will vary depending on mileage, of course. When I use the phone, I typically get like 4 to 5 hours of screen on time, and overall battery life, I would say 8 to 10 hours. So it depends on how much you use your phone throughout the day. But if you are on vacation or using the phone a lot, just make sure you have a portable battery charger with you. Preferably a fast charging one, so a quick charge between 15 to 30 minutes will last you the full day if you are out and about. And if you're getting the Pixel, you are definitely getting one of the best cameras that is available in smartphones. I feel like all those photo unblur and magic erasers, they sound good in theory, but they are just a good starting point. You will still need to learn how to use a photo editing software just to touch it up a little bit more. It does leave weird blotches and everything, so it is a good idea, but it is not 100% perfect. And even for the photo unblur, some cases it works, some cases it doesn't. Sometimes it unblur the back when you want the subject to be unblur. So it is a fun tool, but I honestly didn't really use it that much after the first week of playing around with it. I just tried to not take blurry photos so I don't gotta deal with it. But if you have a lot of time in your hand and want to go through your photos from 10 years ago, Google can unblur some of those. So it's a neat little feature that you can use if you want to go back and fix old photos before the internet was a thing. I do agree that the feature drops is pretty cool. Google did make a big deal about that during the announcements. It's nice to see that they added the VPN, the clear calling. On the recording app, they also added the speaker labeling. It doesn't work that well, but I do like having that there and see how that will improve over time. And best of all, if you do plan to use this for 5 years, Google's security update is supported until 2027, so you are good there. Features wise, you're only going to get 3 years of software updates, but I think for $600, there's a lot of value there. So good summary of the Google Pixel 7 and what it has to offer. And Parker Chen had the Pixel 7, around 100 hours of use time, about a month and a half old. Started glitching out. He started the phone, keep getting stuck. Tried factory resetting. Okay. I mean, with every phone, you are gonna run into some weird situation like this. Maybe factory reset, reach out to Google, see if there's anything they can do there. It seemed like they already tried doing it. Maybe stop using TikTok. I personally didn't experience any of these issues when I was using the Google Pixel 7, although with the Pro model, towards the end, I was experiencing a lot of weird Wi-Fi disconnection issue, and I'm not sure why. Sometimes my Wi-Fi get disconnected, sometimes my mobile data just completely get disconnected and I just can't access the internet at all, and I would need to restart the phone every time to fix that. Super annoying, but it happened all the way at the end after I completed all my reviews and everything for the Pixel 7 Pro. But just something to consider. I mean, these phones are not perfect. A lot of people, the phone works 100% fine for them, and you don't really find them going on these threads saying good things about it. You usually hear about it when there are weird issues happening or people just looking for solution to their problems like Parker here. Next on the list, we got Stevie Jalapeno. He needed a new phone, read good things about the 7, said F Google, so products with shattered glass. Yeah, since the last few months, the shattered glass thing have been a developing story. Apparently, the materials they use is not the best in the world. I think you live in a cold area, it may or may not magically shatter on its own. So try to stay out the snow and keep it somewhere warm, I guess. It does sound like it is a design flaw, and enough people are complaining about it. Google haven't officially addressed it yet, and I don't think they ever will at this point. So I'm sure they will address it by the Pixel 7a and the Google Pixel 8. For now, just try to stay warm and acknowledge that there is a potential for your camera lens to magically shatter on its own. Next, we got R. Daniels considering upgrading his OnePlus 8T to Pixel 7. He's going to a lot of details about the millimeter wave with 5G and all that. Honestly, 5G is not really that up to date. 4G LTE is more stable. There are not enough towers for 5G. Everyone want to push 5G because it's the newest, latest, and greatest technology, but it's generally not available everywhere. And I find that my Wi-Fi is much faster than my 5G. All the time. My internet speed is about 500 to 600 megabytes per second, and on 5G I get around 200 to 300 maybe. And it all depends on where you live. I think if you live right in the middle of the city, you might have a better shot there. This person's going into really details about 5G and everything like that. I just wouldn't be too concerned about it. Going to New York City, wouldn't have any issue finding signals or anything like that. So any of the newest flagship phone will handle it just fine. We'll bang out these next two users because I remember doing eTech Girl a month ago. So get about 5 hours of screen on time on heavy usage day. Battery has improved, able to get a day and a half batteries with 10 to 15% remaining on usual days. That is pretty aggressive. Screen on time, yeah, I guess I get 4 to 5 hours as well on heavy usage day. And then the only way to go a day and a half with this phone, if you use all the battery saving features and try your absolutely best to not use your phone, you can definitely do a day and a half. But under normal usage, normal usage is different for everyone. But if you're using your phone throughout the day, there is absolutely no way it will last you that long. But of course, once you turn on all the screen saving features, which I typically do not do, like screen usually go black, I lose access to half my apps. And at that point, it's not really usable for me, so I'd rather just plug it in and charge it. But overall, it's average battery life, but just have a charger nearby if you are constantly using your phone and on the go. And Boris, so basically just commenting on the glass shatter issue. Don't live in cold areas and try to stay in warm places to avoid that issue. But there you have it. Quick recap on the Pixel 7 to see how people are dealing with it after this phone has been out for 100 days. Please check out my final review. Not much has changed since then. It's still a solid phone. A lot of people do love it. It's really great, compact, great phone for traveling. Takes awesome photos and videos. Fingerprint sensor works okay. Face unlock works fine. Super fast actually. Just a little bit less secure. And despite the S23 and the OnePlus 11, all these phones coming out in 2023, I think if you bought the Pixel 7, you're still in good shape there. For $600, you can't really go wrong. I've seen it go on sale for $500 as well. And there's still a lot to like. Of course, there's always going to be newer phones coming out. But if you already bought this phone, you're in for the long run. You plan to keep it at least 2 to 5 years, it will be fine. And it's always going to be something greater, but at the same time, software support and new features are always going to drop for this phone. So it was up to me, and I can use one phone for a while. I'd rather spend $600 than $800 any day to get the most value. But Pixel 7, still a solid phone. There's always going to be weird quirks with every phone, like the glass shattering. Sometimes Android Auto might not work, but it will eventually get fixed over time. Thanks for watching, guys. Please check out my short videos and my other Samsung comparisons if you haven't already. Remember to like and subscribe. Let me know how the Pixel 7 is still going for you, and see you guys in the next video.